Hi everyone, it's Erica here for Wow Embossing with another video. Today's video is very colorful, very glitzy and very glittery, so let's get to it. I started out by laying out some colored cardstock and I've cut these out into 1 centimeter strips. That's 3/8 of an inch for those who use the other weird system. I have cut out lots and lots of colors here, and as you can see, this is all very sped up because this part takes quite a long time, but it is so much fun, and if you make one, you might as well make a few, right? So on a card base, I just cover the entire thing with adhesive, and make sure you do the corners and the sides really well, but you're also going to want to do the middle, and then in whatever color order you want to do, just make a pattern. That is just that easy, it really is. And you can just mix and match and do different colors, and you know, just if you want to do just reds or just blues or pinks or greens or whatever. The world is your oyster, so get cutting and get gluing because it really is a great fun. I have had a couple of days where I've done pretty much nothing but making these backgrounds, and I kid you not, I have about 20 sitting on my desk at this moment. Because instead of taking it as a sign that I should stop when I ran out of a color, I cut more strips. That's how obsessed I am with this current technique, or this technique currently. So what I've done is I've done one horizontally, and then I've also done one sort of on an angle. And I probably like this one the most because when I was looking at all the ones that I made, I had a significantly higher number of the striped ones, or the sort of sideways ones, rather than the actual just up and down horizontal ones. As you can see, I made a few, yes. But now that we have all our fun and colorful card bases, we are going to add some fantastic glittery sentiments to these. And I started out by stamping up a sentiment, and this one is from Altenew, and it's called something like greetings, massive greetings. Anyway, I will link this at the bottom because there is actually a bundle. You can buy the stamp or the die cut separately, or you can buy it as a bundle. And I'm stamping this up with my Wow embossing pad. And then I had a little bit of a choice to make here, but I decided to go with fool's gold, and this is my favorite rose gold glitter embossing powder at the moment. It is absolutely beautiful. Right, so there it is, all stamped up, and then I am getting my heat tool out, and on the lowest setting I am heating the glitter from underneath because I want to keep as much of the glitter on the actual sentiment itself, of course, duh. So here we are, you can actually see that it's heating it through the paper, and because I don't have it on the highest setting, I'm not getting like a warm breeze in my face or anything, and you can keep it really quite controlled. Because obviously with the paper covering what you can see, it's not always so easy to just kind of get it all in one go. Because obviously when you're heating it from above, you can see exactly where the heat is going. But it's a little bit trickier when you do it from underneath. But just look at that. Once you get the hang of it and you see like where the pattern is going, you get a little bit of a feel for it. So if you find that this technique is difficult in the beginning, don't despair, it does get easier. I promise, it's all about practice, and practice equals fun and crafting time, right? So just get in there and have some fun. So we get into the last bit of this, and then I am using the die cut to cut this out. But unfortunately, it didn't cut out perfectly because I didn't obviously cut it out where it's supposed to go. So I decided to try something different, but just look at that glitz. Isn't that amazing? I love that one. So instead of stamping and then die cutting, I decided to just die cut out of cardstock the hello. And I kept the hello inside, like in the negative. And with my embossing pad, I just rubbed it lots and lots to cover it with the actual embossing stickiness. Then the next color I decided to use is Hero. This one is brand new to me. I've never used this one before. And I was kind of thinking, oh, this is like a nice greeny, citrusy, greeny color. But when I heated it, it sort of turned very mint green almost. Still fabulous and very, very fun. This one, because I have just the word, I don't have a big piece of paper to hold on to. I decided to put it onto my little cork mat to save my fingers. And also, again, on the lowest setting, I heat embossed this until it was all set. If you find that it's not glittery enough, you can actually just use the pad on top again, add another layer, and just keep doing that until you're happy with the coverage. I only did the one on this one, and then I had an idea, and I thought, ooh, I wonder what it would look like if I do some of these colors that I picked out on black cardstock. I thought it would look absolutely fabulous. And I'm going to show you I made quite a few because, as you may know by now, I have very little impulse control and I like to experiment. So here is a black die cut, and I decided to use the Amalfi on this one. This is one of the few of my work die cuts that I used or that I made that I didn't actually end up putting on one of the cards that is for today's post. However, it looks spectacular heat embossed onto the black cardstock. And then I thought there's a little bit of pink in that, so why not try it onto pink cardstock as well? So I did that as well, and that turned out really, really fab as well. But as I mentioned, I didn't actually end up using that one. But I did do a black one with vintage Peacock, and then I die cut loads more of the Hello in white cardstock and layered these up. And just look, there's the final little bit of heat embossing going on there. Look at that. And isn't it fantastic what it looks like on the black cardstock? I just love that. So I definitely will be using that one for something else. And this is the pink one that is on the mat there, and then you can see the black one underneath. It does show a little bit better in real life. And then when I had those done, I just stamped up a few little sentiment strips and then added the whole shebang to my card backgrounds. And that is it. Yeah, I know. Once you have all these backgrounds, you may not want to make 20 like I did, but you know, if you do in one, you might as well make 2 or 5, you know. You may have better impulse control than I do, but anyway. And then once you have your colorful backgrounds, you can just have a little fun play around with your glitter or embossing powders and make some fun, big, bold sentiments, and you will have cards for every occasion. This one I think is my favorite. And not just because it's the fool's gold or rose gold, but I love it with the color of the background as well. Or maybe this one, maybe the vintage Peacock. Oh, blue, who can pick, hey? And the fun thing is that you don't have to pick. All right, well, that is it for me for today. And I really hope you enjoyed this little video and will be inspired to hop into your craft room or craft space and have some fun with your embossing powders. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye now.